Hey guys, I'm doing yet another reaction video. This is another video from Windchime Lover, Mr. Christmas Lover, where he's just going over the He's pretty much just doing what I did yesterday. He's just going through all the Music of the Spears chimes and going through the ones he likes and doesn't like. Because I know Windchime Fan, he did it first, and then just yesterday I did it. So I guess so now Windchime Lover, he decided to do it. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hey guys, so Vinyl Nerd yesterday, he uploaded a video
Thanks for the mention, by the way.
talking about his favorite and least favorite Music of the Spears chimes, sizes and tunings. So I figured I'd do the same thing. So here we go, starting with soprano. I like that one.
Yeah, pentatonic's good.
I like that one better though. I think
Agreed.
it sounds more unique. The pentatonic sounds more generic.
Ugh, just no. I don't know. That one just does not sound good. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's a good one.
Not really one of my favorites.
Oh wow. He doesn't like it either. I wasn't expecting that because I know Windchime Fan, he just loves this one. This is one of his favorites, and I've just always been like, no, I don't like this. It doesn't sound good. I guess Windchime Fan actually, not Windchime Fan, Windchime Lover, Mr. Christmas Lover. I guess he's not really a fan either. Well, at least I don't feel alone anymore.
That one basically just sounds like the 30-inch Corinthian bells, which it
It kind of does, yeah.
gets a point for that. I like that one. Uh,
When it comes to the Nashville tuning, the soprano is definitely the best one because the larger sizes just don't really sound that good. I do like the Nashville soprano, but the rest just no, not really. They're not that good.
those last two notes don't really belong together, but I think it sounds all right. I really like that one. I think
Yeah, the Hawaiian I think is a good one. That's one that Windchime Lover really hates. He thinks that the notes are just random.
it sounds good. That one sounds good. That one really sounds good. I have that one. And I also have the Balinese too. And now for my favorite tuning from Music of the Spears.
Yep, my favorite too. Whole Tone is insanely underrated, honestly. It's just a tuning that people do not acknowledge much. I feel like tunings that are more well liked are those like Mongolian, chordal, pentatonic. Those are usually the ones that people go for.
Come on, how can you tell me that sounds bad?
It doesn't.
There is no way that sounds bad. That
It doesn't sound bad.
sounds amazing.
I know.
Anybody who says that sounds bad must have some hearing damage because that sounds awesome. There's no other wind chime like it.
That was. Oh my god.
I like that one.
I hate that one. Okay, no, I'm not gonna say I hate that one, but I definitely don't like it. It's not. It doesn't sound good. Just no.
The thing about the gypsies is that the notes are like really stacked on top of each other. So yeah, they kind of clash. Now we're on to the mezzos. I like that one better than the soprano.
Yeah, this one to me sounds really good.
I really like that one. I think it actually sounds better than the pentatonic mezzo.
Now, I know that this one has the same notes as the Woodstock Chimes of Lun, and I have the Chimes of Lun, but I don't know. Just for some reason, I still feel that the Chimes of Lun just sound way better. I hear some kind of a difference because the Chimes of Lun to me actually sounds good. This right here doesn't. I don't know if it's just something to do with the way the tubes are built, but I do kind of hear a difference because I just do not like this. I don't know. Just all of the chime just it doesn't matter what size it is. I just do not like this tuning. I don't know why.
Nope, absolutely not. And I'll show you why. Let me find it real quick. I know I say here it is. All right, so let me play it again for you. Now,
This to me is literally it pretty much is the chimes of Lun but worse. The chimes of Lun is at least good.
now listen to this. Now listen to this one.
Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds better. It's somehow it's better.
They basically just copied Chimes of Lun, which I think it's a really crappy remake. The Chimes of Lun sounds way better.
It does. And if I remember correctly, Woodstock chimes were around first because I think Woodstock chimes have been around since the 70s, somewhere around the 70s. And the Chimes of London was either the second or third Woodstock chime that was ever made, so it would have been around first. Because I think Music of the Spears came around more in, I'd want to say either the 90s or 80s, somewhere around there. I don't remember for certain. Don't quote me. Maybe I'll look it up later. I don't know.
I don't know why. I know it has the same notes, but I just think the Chimes of Lun sounds better. Maybe
Because it does. It does sound better. Because I have always liked the Chimes of Lun. In fact, it's actually my favorite out of the original three Woodstock chimes because I mean the chimes of Olympus sounds really good, and I especially like the chimes of Parch, but somehow they don't compare to Lun. Lun is my favorite out of the three. I do eventually want to get the chimes of Olympus and the chimes of Parch, so that way I have all of the all three of the originals. So because I think they would go really well together. Okay, I'm gonna make this video way too long if I keep running my suck off.
it's the quality of the tubes. Maybe it's the fact that it's wood. I don't know. I just think it sounds way better. And oh yeah, I almost forgot about this one. So let me get it ready. So listen to this one. Now listen to the Chimes of Parch.
Mhm.
Yeah, I recently just found out that those two actually share the same notes, which
The thing about that one is that both actually sound good because both the Music of the Spears Chordal Mezzo and the Woodstock Chimes of Parch, I like them both.
actually sounds good compared to the Chinese mezzo.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I really like that one. Windchime fan actually got that one. Shout out to him.
Mm, yeah.
And that's all right.
Yeah, not a great one.
I really like that one.
Same.
I like that one.
what I've noticed so far is that Windchime Lover, Mr. Christmas Lover, his opinions are much more similar to mine. Windchime fan's opinion is more. His is much more. He's pretty much. Oh my god! I cannot think straight. Why does this keep happening to me? His opinions are very different. Windchime fan's opinions are much more different from mine. He's got a lot of opposite opinions. I mean, we have some similar opinions because we both dislike Gypsy, and we both love the whole tone and the Mongolian. But we got a lot of different opinions as well because he really likes the Chinese, and I don't like it, and he doesn't like Hawaiian, and which is one that I think is good.
I like that one. And now for probably my favorite music of the Spears chime. Out of all the sizes and tunings,
You're fucking kidding me, right? Does he really? Are his opinion? Oh my god, are his opinions really that similar to mine? Because there's just not much of a difference here. Wow. I'm glad that both me, Windchime Lover, Mr. Christmas Lover, and Windchime Fan, we all really like this one. And I think that's actually really cool because a lot of other people don't like it, and I think it's really sad because it just sounds so cool. So I don't understand why a lot of people don't like it.
I have to say, this one is my number one favorite, and I really hope to get it one day. Just listen.
I really want that one too, but it's not cheap enough either. I haven't cheap enough.
How can you tell me that sounds bad?
It doesn't. There's the one I'm getting.
That one sounds good.
Yeah, that's the one I'm getting because I actually was able to find one that's more reasonably. It's yeah. I haven't ordered it yet, but I will be soon. And it's still the one I'm getting is still expensive, but it's not over the top. I'm not paying the full price because here it closes in on 200. I'm not paying that. So yeah, don't worry. I'm not paying the full price.
Shout out to Vinyl Nerd. He's going to get that one.
Eventually, hopefully soon.
Yeah, once again, the notes are kind of stacked on top of each other.
Not good at all.
And now for the auto.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Good.
that one.
That was good.
I actually like the mezzo and soprano better, but I like that one too. It's good.
No.
If I had to choose a favorite from the Chinese, I would choose the alto. I just think it sounds the best. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of China.
I think when it comes to Chinese, the soprano and the tenor are definitely the worst. Those are the two worst. The other three aren't really good either, but I think tenor especially. I don't know why, but I think the tenor just sounds the worst.
Chinese, but if I had to choose one, it'd be alto. Yeah, I just think it sounds the best out of all five of them. That one basically just sounds like the 50-inch Corinthian bells, which,
Yep.
of course, it gets a point for that. I like those.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, no. That sounds awful. Those last two notes do
I wouldn't say awful, but not great either. I mean, I don't know.
not fit each other. And also, why did they ring it so slowly? And all the other ones, they've been ringing them fast. Why'd they ring that one so slowly? I like that one. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that one.
Same with that one.
That one's
I
good.
really like that one. I have that one. And now for my favorite scale again.
Love that one.
Beautiful as always.
That one's good.
I like that one all right.
No. Just no.
Now, yes, I do have this one. So, yes, if I had to choose a favorite gypsy, it would be the alto. I just think it sounds the most balanced. The others are kind of out of whack, if that makes
I don't like any of the gypsies. To me, they all sound bad.
sense. Now for the tenors. If it'll ever load. Oh no. What's going on? Hang on a minute, guys. Let me try something here. Turn off the internet. There we go. That fixed it. All right. So, on to the tenors now. Which, first of all, what in the heck is that? I will never pay that.
Yeah, that is insane.
That's probably my favorite pentatonic size right there.
I love that.
And that's probably one of my favorite tenors in general. I just really like the quadrille
Yeah.
tenor.
Ugh. No. No.
I don't really know what to say about that one. It sounds kind of funky.
Yeah, it does.
I like that one. It sounds pretty cool.
No, that was bad.
Yeah, no. Those two notes, again, do not belong together.
I like that one.
That one sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
That one sounds good. So does that one. It sounds real good. And now for my favorite again.
Yeah, I love that one.
Beautiful, just beautiful. I actually like the way the notes are laid out on the mezzo and tenor better than the soprano, alto, and bass. I don't know why. I just think it sounds more unique. I don't really know if I have an opinion for that one.
I'm kind of the same. God, no.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It does.
Yeah, I think I remember. I think the tenor and bass are like the worst gypsy sizes. And now on to the basses.
For me, I would say, as far as the gypsy goes, uh, I think the soprano would have to be the worst. I think, but also I think the alto sounds really bad. But I don't know. It's hard to say which is the absolute worst because all five of the gypsies just they do not sound good at all.
I like that one. I like that one.
No.
That's probably my second favorite Chinese size.
I'm not that fond of that one.
The thing I always liked about that one is that it sounds like a deep version of the Corinthian Bells 50-inch. No. Once again, those two notes are way too close together. I like that one. That sounds good. Same with that one. I've always really loved that one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's a lot of videos of it on YouTube and I used to watch it a lot as a kid, but yeah, I've always liked the Japanese bass. And now for my favorite again. Whole tone is definitely one I can say sounds good in all five sizes. I would buy,
Same.
if they sold a whole set at an affordable price, I would buy it immediately. I love
Yeah.
those.
Same.
Eh, Okay, that sounds okay. And now for probably one of the worst sounding music of the Spears chimes ever.
That's bad.
That just sounds awful. Why would they make that? I think what makes it sound so awful is that it's so deep, so you can like hear all the notes clashing together and stuff. It just sounds so bad.
Oh, I didn't give my opinion.
And now for the unique sizes, which I'm going to be honest, I don't really get the point of, but okay. I do like that they rang it like the grandfather clocks. I like that.
Yeah, that's a cool.
But I've got to be honest, I would definitely buy the 74-inch Corinthian bells.
Yeah, the 74-inch Cream Bells is definitely better. It's just got much more of this kind of church bell sound that I like. Also, I think what is it? The 60-inch Festival. I think also kind of sounds better, and then the 60-inch Weberland. I mean, I don't think the Westminster sounds. Uh, it sounds good. I definitely like it, but it's just not one of the best.
Before I would buy this, just because it has more tubes and I think it just sounds better in general than this. I'm not saying it sounds bad, but you know.
It's not. No.
Now for the two that I think are the most ridiculous. First of all, what the actual heck is that?
Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I know the company probably paid a lot of money for the materials, and it's a huge chime. But really, if you, oh my god, what are the words I'm looking for? Why make a chime that big if you can't afford to make it less than $1,000? If you can't if you can't afford to avoid a price like this, then why make the chime this big? Just why? I mean, how many people even actually How many people even actually buy this? I mean, who's ever bought this? And I just don't think it's one that people buy very often because it's one that most people can't afford. So, what's the point?
Ridiculous. First of all, what the actual heck is that? $2,320.
Yeah, that's insane,
My God, who is going to pay for that?
right?
And who is going to climb 11 feet into a tree? And they could possibly risk killing themselves.
Yeah, I know.
My God,
How
that is
does
just
someone
so
even lift that?
ridiculous.
I'll give it one thing. I actually do kind of like the sound. I mean, it's in the chordal tuning, which is a good tuning, anyways. So I actually do like the way this one sounds.
Yeah, that is way too deep for me. Now for the Bass Profundo, which is the most ridiculous. $4,320.
Hell no. I know I've definitely spent a lot of money on wind chimes before, but that I would never come anywhere close to spending that much. Why would I spend that much money on a wind chime when there are so why would anyone spend this much money on a wind chime when there are so much more important things in life that they need this kind of money for? Come on. That is just no. Just no. And I've never even seen anyone that actually owns this. Never seen this. I've never seen. The only time I ever. Oh my god. Whenever I find a video of this chime, it's never in someone's front or backyard. It's usually just at it's just in a public area or in a store. Every video I see of it, it's just in a place like that. And I've never seen I've never even seen this one in person. I've never because I know oftentimes when I'm passing over people's houses, I'll sometimes see pretty expensive wind chimes. I know there was one house I just passed by the other day, and someone had a really large gentle spirits hanging in their front yard. But I've never seen one of these, so I can't imagine many people actually go out of the way to buy this. This is just ridiculous.
Seriously, concert bass is expensive enough, and you think people are gonna buy this? I swear that is so stupid. 200 pounds, 14 feet? Could you imagine climbing 14 feet up into the air with a 200-pound chime in your hand? Yeah, you would definitely fall and kill yourself. Yeah, there's no way.
And even if you somehow uh, manage to not break your back after falling, there's a good chance that the wind chime will probably land on top of you. You'll probably be crushed by the insanely heavy tubes. And to add insult to injury, it doesn't even sound good. It is way, and I mean way too deep. Yeah, it doesn't even sound good.
Yeah, that is way, 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 way too deep for me.
Yeah,
And the thing I never understood with the concert bass and the bass profundo is that it's not like they made a whole tone bass profundo or a Japanese bass profundo or a pentatonic or anything like that. So why do they need a quattle? You know? Well, that's about it for now. Bye.